everyone, it's Jade here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my completed pages for the month of November. So I'll go ahead and move these out the way and we'll get started. Okay, so the first picture that I've got to share with you guys is actually a whip. I didn't manage to finish it, but this is in Creative Haven, Best Dressed Pets. So this one I picked because it was like a winter type theme, but as you can see, I didn't manage to get anywhere near to finishing it. So I've just literally done like a bit of an alcohol base on some of the background areas, and then I started going in and decorating the cats and adding a bit of shadow in. But yeah, still nowhere near finished. But hopefully I'll try and get this finished in December, but if not, because I've picked out quite a few pages that I want to do, like Christmas pages for December. So if not, I'll come back to this in January and get that finished. But it might get done in December, we'll have to wait and see. So now we'll move on to completed pages. So this one is in Disney Portraits by Hatchet Heroes. So this is quite a new book. I've only done this picture so far. So I decided to do another page. And I picked this one with Lilo and Stitch. I just thought this was super cute and I really wanted to colour him. So this is the page that I decided to do this month. So for this one, I used the Inktense pencils for the background. So like this blue sky here. And then I just left the white of the page. So it looked like clouds in the background. I also used it to do this green and sort of darker green bushes and these little leaves here along the bottom edge. So yeah, I quite like how that came out. I used a little bit of a darker colour there in the Inktense just to give it a little bit of shade. And then for him himself, I used the Arteza pencils. And for the rocks in the background, I used the Arteza pencils as well. But yeah, it's quite a fun one to colour, this one. I wasn't sure if he was like purple or blue. The pictures kind of look different, so I did him like a purpley blue colour. Hopefully it's not too bad. And then I did him a nice little yellow shirt with like just a tan coloured hat with a matching sort of bandana around his hat to his shirt. But yeah, I was quite pleased with how this one came out. I think he looks really cute. So yeah, quite a nice one. And then I just added some white gel pen to give like a little reflection on the lens here and in his eyes. So I'll just bring it up for you so that you guys can take a closer look. I also used some gold gel pen for his little buttons. You might be able to see that. But yeah, just a super cute, fun page. So that was really enjoyable to do. Okay guys, so next I've got one from Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. So this book I haven't actually done many pictures in at all. So I wanted to come back to this book and do a picture in here. As you can see, there's not many that's been coloured. I think I've done about 3. So this is the page that I chose to do. I just thought it was a really cute page. I wanted to make these look like little gemstones in there. So I did them all with the Brute Fern and Macaroon pencils. All of the shell and these little sort of string details was all done with the Brute Fern and Macaroon pencils. And then just for the edge of the shell, I used some gold gel pen. I'll bring it up so that you can see it a little bit better. And just on these little edges here, I used some gold and some white gel pen as well. And then for these green and blue ones, I went over the lines with like blue and green matching gel pens, but I didn't really like how it came out. So for these ones at the bottom, I decided to leave them white. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know, which do you prefer, the white outlines or the green and the blue outlines? I wasn't 100% sure, so I left it as it was. For the background, I used some soft pastels. So I just went in with like a really pale blue colour all over. And then I added in some little circles just using a stencil. So I've got some darker purple ones and some darker blue ones as well, just so that it give it a little bit more detail in the background. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun to colour too. That's another one done. So next I did one in Romantic Country, The Second Tale by Erie. So this book I actually haven't done any pictures in either. So this month I'm trying to do, trying to colour in books that I haven't done any colouring in. And this page I thought would be a good one to do, with it be like coming up to Christmas. I know a lot of people go to different shows, you know, around Christmas time and go to the theatre at Christmas time. So this one I picked out to do a sort of like a little pre-Christmassy one. So for this one I used the Artex pencils. So it was the, I think it's a 72 or 76 set I've got. And I used that to do basically all of the picture. But then I needed some colours that I didn't have in the set. So I went over to the Arteza set. So this red here that's in the sort of background, that was the Arteza. And then all of these blues for the main background here was Arteza. But everything else I did with Artex pencils. I used a little bit of a gold, the back's come off. So I used like a gold pen to do the writing up there. If you can see the little ballerina sign, I used an acrylic gold pen just to give it a little bit of a shine up there. And then I used a gold gel pen for the little tassels coming off the curtains, and some gold gel pen around her dress as well, just to give that a little bit of a sparkle. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun to do. Put the cover back on. And I really enjoyed colouring with the Artex pencils as well. They're really nice to work with. So I was quite pleased how that one came out. I wasn't 100% with the blending here. I think that could have been a little bit better, but it is what it is now. So that was that page. Okay, so moving on, we have Gnome Sweet Gnome. So this is another Creative Haven book. This one's by Teresa Goodridge. So this is a super cute book, and I've only recently got it, so I wanted to do some more pictures in here too. So this is the page that I decided to do, kind of like an autumn day page really. And I thought I'd do like the background in a nice purple colour so that it wasn't blue, because I always do the skies blue. So I thought it would be nice to do it a little bit of a different colour and use some purples instead. So I did that for the sky. I used a base of touch markers, so the alcohol markers, for the sky and the clouds and the trees. And then for the stones down here too, I did them in alcohol markers. And then I just added some shadows in with the alcohol markers as well. So I was quite pleased how that came out at the bottom. So just a little bit of detail with a darker, excuse me, with a darker marker to give it a bit more detail. And then for the gnomes, I used the Castle Art pencils. They worked quite nicely on this paper. And for the umbrella, as you can see, it's got some pink sparkly dots on there. So again, that was the acrylic paint pens that I've got. So they're like Poscas, but they've got glitter in them. And I just thought that looked really nice just to add a bit of sparkle to the page. So when you move it, you can see little shines on there. And I also used some for her buttons as well, just to give her buttons a little bit of a sparkle. So hopefully you guys can see that on camera. And then for his outfit, I decided to do him blue, purple and gold. So the gold here is a gel pen, and then the blues and purples was the Castle Art pencils. And then I went round his little beard with the white Posca pen. And I went round all of the water as well with a white Posca pen, just to make it look a little bit more like water. And then for this little edge all the way around the picture, I used the acrylic paint pen again, just so there's more little glitter bits on the page. But yeah, these are super cute pages and they're a lot of fun to colour, so I really enjoyed that page. I think that was everything that I used on it. Yeah, so that's that one. And then last but not least, I did one from Johanna Basford's book, Johanna's Christmas. So I actually got this book for my birthday this year. So I'm a bit late to the party, but better late than never. So this is the first page that I decided to do. And it is this adorable little gingerbread house. And I like the fact that these are only single-sided as well. So I used watercolour on this, and I wasn't too worried about the page creasing because there's not a picture to colour on the other side, so that was nice. So for this one, I used watercolour for the background. So I've got Arteza watercolours, and they came out quite nicely. I just used it for the blue sky. And then for the house itself, I used the Brute Furnace square pencils. So I've got the 120 set, and I just tried to make it look like a gingerbread house, but then all the little treats and things on there, I tried to make as colourful and like bright as possible. And then I just did sort of similar colours for the sweets all the way around the edge. And I think the only other thing I used on here was some gold gel pen for the little details on the house and the sticks of the lollipops. And then I used some white gel pen to do the roof to make it look like it had the icing holding the little gingerbread pieces together, and for some highlights on the sweets around the edges. And I also added in some snow into the sky, because why not? It's Christmas time, it should be snowy. So yeah, you might be able to see a little bit of gold sparkle sort of here that I added in. But yeah, just a really cute picture to do on the run up to Christmas. And like I said, I've got a lot of different pictures ready for December to colour, so I'm excited about that. So I hope you guys have a really great month. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.